3, 2, 1. Fresno Behind. This is the Fresno Behind. Podcast episode number 44. Here at the Fresno Bee, I am Joshua Teehee, and with me, let's go around the table.
Rory Appleton.
Jody Murray.
And Brianna Calix.
And this week in pop culture, there is...
Shit.
We're already laughing.
Shithole.
Let the tittering begin.
Yeah.
There's Donald Trump. I think this is definitely, it's a political story, but I think it's also a pop culture story because I think it just took so many people by surprise. What we're talking about, obviously, is...
calling the nations they come from shitholes. The exact word used by the president, not just once, but repeatedly.
We're recording this on a Friday, so yesterday Donald Trump was in a meeting and he referred to several countries as
shitholes.
And the media just sort of...
specifically what Haiti.
There's Haiti and kind of West Africa.
West
basically.
Africa,
and
West African countries.
Yeah.
El Salvador was included in there, yeah.
And so, for those of us who work in the media, it was obviously...
it was a wonderful time.
It was a big deal.
It was a watershed moment.
It was a big deal because suddenly everyone had to... consult their lawyers and their executive editors.
What we call our style book.
And
newspaper
say,
Jiminy Crickets all over the place. Like, you can't say shithole.
Like, are we going to
do this? Yeah.
Run with...
And just to give an idea of kind of one of the things you deal with, we have access to maybe 1 or 2 or 3 different wire services or sources that you can get a story from, and almost right out of the box we had 2, one from Associated Press and one from what we call Tribune News Services, that obviously different stories, different headlines, and I can't remember exactly what AP did, but they danced around it. I believe they used the phrase vulgar language.
Vulgar language,
and
of course.
Within a few minutes, the Tribune pops out with this, and it's right out there.
Yeah.
With seeing the quotes around the word.
And I noticed we got a company-wide email too that said like, "Hey, here's how we're going to deal with this," from our VP of News. And
yeah.
And so
it's not very often you get an email like that.
The president says it, you put it in the paper.
It's so crazy. Like it's crazy that this is the world we live in. Now, from a pop culture standpoint, it's interesting because I think it pushed. My first thought was however long he's been in office, the president has totally put George Carlin's 7 words, like they're done.
Yeah,
they're like that.
It was quite shocking yesterday in the newsroom for us to see on CNN. Like, president says shithole, and then it cuts to the typical sort of people they have talking, and it's like, oh yeah, no, he said shithole, and they just very there was no real like caging it in any way. I mean, it was right on that bottom CNN banner.
Right.
I was personally surprised to see the shock and outrage after the Access Hollywood tape. Like, we already saw that tape. And we already saw what he said.
And he's cursed on Twitter.
And then he says this shithole comment, and we're like shocked all over again.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't we have expected it? Like, I'm surprised.
Well, that is a good question. Is the P word? It's not one of. Is it one of the 7 that you can't say?
I don't think so.
No, it's not.
That's probably why.
It's not.
That's probably why. 2, 1.